Hey guys, Duchess Braids here and welcome back to my channel. So today I have my lovely cousin Ashley and she is getting ready for graduation. So she asked me to do a style that I know a lot of the comments are going to be like, she doesn't need to do that. But we already know Ashley has a whole bunch of hair, a whole bunch of natural hair, and she fully embraces her natural hair. She rocks it every single day. However, for this graduation, she wanted something a tad different. So she asked me, can I do a quick weave on her hair? So I said, after trying to talk her out of it a number of times, she was dead set on getting this style. And you know what? I'm going to do it for her because it's her graduation. And she wanted some flat hair under her cap. So let's get into this quick weave, you guys. So I blew her hair out and now I'm going in with my handy dandy middle part. And this is not necessarily something I'm gonna need, but I like to separate the hair just so I know where my base is. So now we're going in with like a side part. She's gonna have a really deep side part, you guys, and it's gonna come down into a sleek bang. So we're going to, it's a lot going on in this style, so you really just have to pay attention. So right now I'm just basically parting out her leave out, and we're doing a side part, which is like a really curved side part. And now I'm just taking a little bit of leave out out because everything else is going to be under a cap, and it's going to be a quick weave style, you guys. So this is the leave out that I'm going to have. Not too much hair or not too little hair either, just enough to cover whatever I have. So I'm going to go ahead and braid that out the way before we get started on the braid down. All right, so then I'm gonna go in on this side because this side is really going to be out. So this is the only side I'm going to leave out as well, because this is going to be slicked back a little bit, and the hair on the left hand side is going to be slicked around into like a sleek ponytail bang. So stay tuned for that. So I'm just braiding this out the way, and this is going to be her leave out. You guys pay attention to how much I left out. Obviously her hair is thicker, so if you're doing this on a client, you have to really pay attention to how thick their hair is or how thin it is to ensure that it covers the quick weave. All right, so now I'm going to go in with the base, and Ashley is super duper tender-headed, guys. So if you see her making some faces in this video, that's because she's super duper tender-headed. So I'm going in with some really thin braids because, as you can see, she has a lot of hair. So we have to make sure the foundation is as flat as possible. So I cannot treat her hair like any old hair, which is like, you know, medium length or whatever, or not so thick. I really have to treat it like really thick hair and do some really small braids to ensure that the foundation that we're doing is going to be super small and just won't be bulky on her head once I get ready to style the quick weave. So I'm doing the braids like I do most of my foundation. I braid the first one back, then I braid the second one. I put the end of the first one into the second braid, and I do that until I get to the middle, and then I go on the other side and I meet back up in the middle as well. So this, that's how I've just been braiding it back. It's super small, not super duper small, but small enough to where it won't be a bulky style. But yeah, I'm so excited for Ashley to be graduating. She is a pre-med major. She wants to be a dermatologist. And so we are excited for her next transition into med school. And yeah, we're just getting her ready for graduation so she can get to that next step. All right, so I am almost to the middle, and now once I get to the middle, even though I blew her hair out, you guys see I'm snagging a little bit on the ends. But once I get to the middle, I jump over to the other end and start braiding up. And I have to make sure that the back of her nape is loose because, again, she is tender-headed, so that's why you see her patting the back right there, just in case whenever I pull the braids up, I make sure that they're super loose so that it's not pulling up on the back of her nape. and we just leave that part out as much as I can so that, you know, she could be as comfortable as possible. So then I'm just gonna, that last braid, I'm just gonna push it in between the hair. And this is my foundation for this quick weave. And again, the products I'm using today is my Babyliss Pro blow dryer, my pattern brush. This is what I use to blow her hair out. The black castor oil I'm gonna use to oil her scalp with. And we using the Donna stocking wig cap in color black. We're going to use the Weave Wonder today. This is a Salon Pro Wonder Cap. This is what's going to protect our hair from the glue. And this is a product you guys always ask me about. Then we're going to use the Got To Be glue just to get her edges out of the way. So this is what I like to use to just kind of slick her edges back so that the glue doesn't get to it. And the glue I'm using today, again, is from Salon Pro, and it's their Super Hair Bond. So now I'm going in and I'm oiling her scalp with the Jamaican Black Castor Oil. This is an oil that I used to sell, but we've been sold out now for a while. This is authentically grown in Jamaica, and I source it from directly from Jamaica. No added ingredients, nothing. So I have a little bit left over, so I like to oil my client's scalp with it. Now I'm going in with the Got To Be glue, just to slick her edges back. These are the edges that's going to be under the stocking cap, so I definitely don't want to damage them or get any glue on them. So I'm just slicking them back out the way. When they are kind of slicked back like that, it just eliminates the glue from just getting to them and pulling them out, which can be painful and damaging to her hair. So now that I've put the cap on, I'm going in with something you guys have always been curious about. What is this? This is not glue. Some people wonder if it's glue. It's not. It's actually a protective barrier that we put on the cap, and this is like a wedge between the glue and her hair. So basically when she goes to take this wig cap off or to take this style out, all she literally has to do is wet her hair, and the entire cap and the hair with the glue stuck on it is going to fall right off because of this barrier right here. So you guys have seen it in previous videos, and if not, like, this is what it does. It basically protects her hair from the glue. So I'm not going to say no glue is going to get to her scalp, but it definitely does a great job of becoming a barrier to that. And so after I've applied it fully, I'm going to put her under the blow dryer. And the hair I'm using today is from Empire. It's a great quick weave hair that I like to use, and you know, these are it's not super duper cheap, but it is cheap enough to where, you know, you got to cut it and you could be wasteful with it. So I'm going in now and I'm laying the weave down, and I like to measure it first, and then I cut it, and then I just put the glue on it and just put it where I feel like it needs to go. So right now I'm going straight across her head. The side on the left side of her head, looking at the video, that side is going to be flat and it's going to lay back. So I'm not going to curve the hair on that side at all. I'm going to keep it straight so that it falls straight down and flat. But the side on the right side, I'm going to curve the hair up as I'm laying it because I want it to fall forward. Like, again, it's going to be a bang. So I do want that hair in the right side to lay forward, but I want the hair on the left side, looking through from the video, to be flat and laying down. So that's why I put that one straight across just like that. And then as I go around, I curve upwards with the other one because it's coming down into a sleek front ponytail with some hair left out. All right, so some mistakes that I might have made in this video, even though it still turned out great, is that I didn't cut the cap off before laying the hair. I do highly recommend cutting the cap off, but I was just trying to save myself from adding glue to the perimeter, which is normally what people would do. Is once they've put the base down, they'll just add glue around the perimeter and secure that, and then cut off the section that they're not going to need. However, I did not do that. I just went ahead and started laying the hair. I haven't done quick weaves in a while, so you know, my memory with how to do it was kind of lacking. And then I just didn't think anything would be wrong with this. But doing a style like this, you do want the foundation to lay. And so because there is a barrier between the hair and the glue, you kind of do want to make sure that the cap is secured. So I would highly recommend, if you did this style, to put the glue around the perimeter that you're going to be using, and then cut the cap, the excess off. The excess that I'm cutting off right now should have been cut off before gluing the hair down. However, it did not do anything to the hair. Like, I'm putting some glue there because it slipped back a little bit, and that's what you have to worry about when you do that, is the hair slipping back. However, she said the hair felt secure, and wherever I felt like was lifting, I just put a little bit of glue down. Nothing that will damage her hair, but just enough to keep the entire style down. So now I'm taking out her foundation, and I'm looking at the difference that her natural hair might be towards the quick weave hair, and I started shitting bullets a little bit here because I'm like, is it not going to match in? But once I started straightening her hair, it really looked great. And I just knew, like, okay, it's not the perfect match, but once I get to styling it, it's going to look great. So I'm going in with my Babyliss flat iron, guys, and the comb from Duchess Braids. Again, I say this comb is a carbon fiber. It's great for parting and also great for the chase method with the flat iron because it will not melt on you. So I love this comb, and you can get this comb on my website at duchessbraids.com. So now I'm going in with the wax stick from Care, and I like to use that on the edges whenever I'm straightening hair. And it just kind of helps with keeping the hair straight. And again, she is natural, so we are worrying about poof. But before she came, she did wash her hair with the Wow. I believe that's something that is going to help with the humidity and to allow her hair not to revert back as quickly as it normally would if the humidity hits it. So we're going in and we're straightening it. One pass is good enough. I did a great job blowing it out. And so once I go in to straighten it, I just use one pass and I get it as straight as I need it to be. So now once I've done this part is when I'm going to go in with the Got to Be Glued spray, and I'm going to style it the way she actually wants it styled. All right, so now I'm just parting out that part that I want to slick down and ensuring that, we have enough hair out or not too much hair. And I'm gonna pull the excess hair out of the way, and I'm gonna do it in sections. So I'm going to section it out like I would do for any of my sleek ponytails. And I'm not using any wax for this. I'm going straight in with the Got to Be Glued spray. And right now you can tell the difference between her natural hair and the weave. But don't worry, because once we get to the top, her natural hair is going to be the foundation for it. So it's going to cover that whole thing. So as I'm going, I spray the Got to Be Glued spray. I form the hair where I want it to go. And then I go in with the blow dryer and just dry it out. And then I do that in layers. And as I'm going, you can kind of see that the front is not to perfection like I like it. So the way to fix that is whenever you have like a crook or something that's off when you're laying, especially when you've already put the blow dryer to it, you just go in with some Got to Be Glued spray to wet it again, and then you can fix that. So right now I'm looking at it. So I went back in with some Got to Be Glued spray to wet it so that I can form it to how I want it. So now that I have that slick back, I'm going to put some bobby pins on the side to hold it back. But I'm just trying to make sure that the hair is going to stay in place. So I'm going to place these bobby pins on the side. And we had some struggles with these bobby pins, not going to lie. Like, I didn't show the entire thing, but these were just sticking her and it was just not comfortable. So we had to maneuver it around for a while before we got it straight. So now I'm back to the other side. And as you can tell, the top is looking a little bit bulky, but we're going to fix that. So I'm just using the Care wax stick, and I'm pushing her baby hair out the way because this is a baby hair heavy type of style. She does want it to show and look good. So I go in with the Got2b glue on that right side, and I'm just pulling a little bit of the hair back. So now we're gonna go to the back, and we're just cutting it straight off because we're gonna do a flip, you guys. So I'm cutting it straight across because I'm gonna go in and flip it. And I didn't get to show you guys this, but after I flipped it the first time, we actually decided that it was too long, so I ended up cutting it and flipping it again. So once you get to the final look, you guys gonna see that, okay, it's a little bit shorter than this right here. But that's how I flipped it. I just put some hairspray on it. I believe it's a Sebastian hairspray. And I put that on the hair, and then I just went in with the Babyliss flat iron and just curved it going upwards. And that's how I was able to flip the hair. All right, so now I'm putting some Paul Mitchell Super Skinny Gloss on her hair, and just to give it some shine and, to make it look good. So not to weigh it down. It's not really a heavy oil, so it's not going to weigh the hair down. And now I'm going in with some edge control, and I'm going to just slick her baby hairs back and, fix it up. All right, so this is the final look, you guys. This is Ashley, my cousin. This is the hair. She's getting ready to take pictures. And this is how she wanted her hair for her pictures and also her graduation. And this is how the style turned out. Her cap and gown and her hat will be able to fit on her head, just like she wanted. So this is it. I just pray and hope the humidity doesn't get to her hair and she's able to rock this style throughout her graduation. And just let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. I'll see you next time.